Hi, everybody. It's Stephen here from the Idiot Quilter, and I've got exciting news. Yes, it's coming to that time of the year when I run my annual spring retreat. This is a free event, and I am now going to go over all the particulars about this. So, right off the bat, when is this event? May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, 2024. And it is an all-day event, and it starts at 8 a.m. Eastern Time and runs until about 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, having said that, how do you get involved with this? Well, you do have to register. It is a free event, but the registration allows me to reserve a spot for you. This is a Zoom event, not a YouTube Live, so it's a private kind of thing. I have space for 96 people, and I'm sure it's going to fill up very fast. It always has in the past. So you'll want to reserve your spot. But when can you do this? You can register your spot starting at 9 a.m. Saturday, April the 20th. That's 9 a.m. Saturday, April the 20th. Please do not try to register before that date and time. If you do, your registration will not be recorded. This is to keep me on the straight and narrow. Now, you have until the registration closes, which is on Monday, April the 29th, 2024. You'll want to register as soon as you can in between those two dates because I know spots are going to go very quickly. Now, I will establish a waiting list, and I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. But the registration procedure is this. On Monday, or Saturday, it is Saturday, April the 20th at 9 a.m., I open up the registration. All you need to do is send me an email. My email address is in the show notes below. Send me an email stating your first and your last name. It must be your real first and last name. No nicknames, no aliases will be accepted for security reasons. So you send me your first name and your last name. And if the email address you are sending your registration from is different than the one you want me to contact you at, please include that as well. If it's all the same thing, you don't need to worry about that. Once I have your registration, shortly thereafter, give me a little time for this, I will send you a confirmation saying that you're in. Okay, that's all there is to it for registration. Now, as I said, this is an absolutely free event. If by chance life happens and you suddenly realize you will not be able to come to the retreat, then I ask you to do this, please. Please send me an email as soon as you know that is happening to let me know you cannot attend. You don't need to give me a whole very long explanation of that. Just simply say, I'm sorry, I can't make it on the day of the retreat. What I will do is remove you from the list, and I will go to my waiting list. And if I have names on my waiting list, I will fill your spot with the names in the order that they've come into me for that spot. Now, this is very, very important, and I want to impress upon you how important this really is. I always have more people try to register for the retreat than I can accommodate. I know 96 sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It fills up fast. So once my registration list is filled up, any other people trying to register, I will record their name on my waiting list in the order that those requests have come into me. As soon as somebody drops out, I will put that person in, and I will send the person that was on the waiting list another email telling them, yes, you now have a spot available for you. Okay. Now, in the past, I've had a few very rude people, and I'll be upfront about it, who have not bothered to do that, have not bothered to let me know they can't show up, and never bothered to contact me after the fact to give me the reason why they couldn't show up. Okay. Life happens, and sometimes there are emergencies we cannot plan for. And I'm very understanding about that. But if you suddenly just have someone drop in for a visit at the last minute, That's not an excuse. If suddenly you wake up that morning and you feel sick, hmm, iffy. Um, and the reason I do this is because that means that there was a spot available for someone on the waiting list who, because I did not know that you weren't showing up, I couldn't give that spot to them. And I think that's very unfair. I do keep a blacklist. You've heard me talk about that before. I have names on it from past retreats of those people who did exactly that. They were just rude. They didn't bother to contact me. They just didn't show up. I have their name recorded. They will not be allowed to register for the for this retreat or any future retreats. Sorry. Sounds cruel, I know, but put your money where your mouth is. Okay. If you're registering, you're committing yourself to this. Okay. I hope you understand that. All right. So that takes me to the retreat times again. So the retreat is on Saturday, May the 4th. I open the doors to the retreat at 8 a.m. and it goes for the whole day. And the doors close at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. I have a lot of things planned for that day. So once we get going, and you're going to ask, is there a project to work on or something like that? No, bring whatever you want to work on. But I will have three special presentations from three very special people. And all three of these people you will probably be very much in the know about. They are going to present a small, short project that they have designed themselves for you. Now, you will be able to get a copy of the pattern that they have created in advance of this, and I will send out an email letting you know how that works at that time. It is not a sew along with these people, it is a demonstration. But if you wish to work on those projects during the day, that is perfectly okay. But just know it is not a sew along, it's a demonstration. Okay. And I know it's going to be fascinating because all three of these presenters are very fascinating people. I'm not going to tell you who they are at the moment because we're doing some finalization of the plans for this. But once those are finalized, I will send that information to you, to those of you that are registered for this, possibly talk about it before the registration date as well. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? Well, there will also be prizes that day in the form of Amazon gift certificates and digital patterns as well. And there'll be lots of them throughout the day. There will be one qualification, however, to win a prize. You must physically be on screen when a draw is done. So this is not a come and go event. You're here for the day. If you need to go out for a while to do something else, don't. It's as simple as that. Commit, people. Commit. Okay. I guarantee you're going to have a good time. Now, to keep the good times going, we are going to have an icebreaker cocktail party a Friday night before, which would be May the 3rd. And that will start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and Walter and I will be hosting that. And it's a very informal kind of gathering. Bring your favorite drink along, whatever that might be. Bring a snack. And if you want to show us something as well, bring that along too, because there'll be an opportunity to do so. We may play a couple of games. It's basically an icebreaker because I know there'll be some people who have never been to one of the retreats before and may never been to a virtual retreat at all. And so this is a way to get you comfortable with the whole thing. Mind you, none of us bite unless you want us to. So that's the Friday night. Again, all the details about this will come out in your registration package. After you have registered, I will be sending you all of these materials to keep you on track of what is going on. Okay, just another thing about the day during the day. I mentioned that there will be a show and tell, or did I mention that? Maybe I didn't, but I'll mention it again. During the day, I will have something I call victim show and tell. I know, sounds ominous, doesn't it? Means I just pick a couple of people at random at various times during the day and say, hey, what are you working on? And you can show us what you're working on. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, though, don't worry. I won't make you do it. Okay. You can tell me you're not comfortable, and that's fine. But we will also be having a more formal slideshow of your favorite creations. So you can send me, once you've been registered, you can send me one picture only, please, of a favorite creation. You do not need to write anything about it. In fact, don't write anything about it. All I will need is your first and last name, and I will put that all together as a slideshow that I will be presenting to everybody at some point during the day. Again, details and due dates for all of that will be coming out once everyone is registered. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? Well, I think that's about it. So, registration to review opens at 9 a.m. on Saturday, April the 20th. Will close Monday, April 29th, 2024. To register, all you need to do is send me your first and last name and the email, that address that you wish to be contacted at. Okay. Remember, I will not accept registrations before April 20th, 9 a.m. Um, yeah, I think that's the most important stuff. The retreat is free. It's on May the 4th, 2024. It's going to be a great day. If you have any questions, you can send those to my email address, which is in the show notes below. And this whole presentation that I just gave here is all in written format in the show notes as well, in case you want to make a copy of that or, review a few things. Okay, this is going to be exciting. Oh, and by the way, the reason this is coming out a little bit early is because I'm off to Australia. So I won't be back until about a week before, 2 weeks before the event. So, okay. I hope you have a great day. I hope to see you at the retreat. Let the good times begin. Bye for now.